So here we go. We've got a nice, easy, chilled out playing path for our players for the first game of the day. Coming in from the southeast, coming on over now near Milta, seeing who's going to take. A lot of players get out early here. I think S&D we saw take big power last time. They're probably going to go for that same strategy. We've also seen Q1 get out of the plane early here. We've got Rascals heading over to Millie Base. BT1 here, I think this is, heading down to Milta Town. Couple going up east. I think this is VE trying to go Lippy maybe up to Lipovka. And looks like Team Finland there, sorry, Pizza and Paella are positioning themselves around prison and shelter. Pretty big spread going on. We do have two teams heading over to Yasnaya though. We've got Lake and SMB here, both moving into Yasa. And look, SMB just seeing what Lake are going to do. Lake are taking over the west side of town. And SMB, no, they might be going along actually here. I think SMB are just going to hit this near side of town. So two teams over there, a lot of teams up in Georgepol. And is this two teams contesting Pachinki here? We got two teams in Pachinki. No, I think Benez is flying over here. Doesn't look like they're going to Pachinki. So there is our zone. Oh, there we go. That is what we wanted to see. A very interesting pop for Game 1. That is a super south circle. Very likely to pop south, but there's enough land in the top for that to shift north too. And now this is really we're going to see teams gamble and have to decide what they want to try and play. And some of these teams up in the northwest here, like RMV, look, these guys, we've got SMB up here, we've got CR up here, we've got BKG up here. Some of these guys still parachuting in and or moving to the places they're going to loot, and they've got a lot of stuff to do and get down to this zone. Some of them haven't even started looting yet. So not seeing anyone make any kind of drastic move towards the play zone yet. We've seen Avita here going for the same drop they did last time. This kind of central compound off the highway, off the south road, off the coast road. AVR quite nearby. You've got to be careful about those guys, but they are pretty spread out. We've got Volk over here by the ferry pier. And I'm just waiting to see if we see a team jump. I mean, Rascals are the ones who are holding the zone down here, holding the Millie base, but I think at the moment you've kind of got to see what Circle 2 does. But you've got to be ready to get across those bridges. Are going to get kind of spicy. I think Avita, they've got you tend to get a lot of boats around this ferry area here. Maybe they'll consider the boat plays. I've got Marcus pushing south here. I wonder if they're considering going for the South Island already. It'll be very interesting to see what rotations people decide to make once we get that Circle 2. Circle 2 is the one that is going to really make things interesting. Q1 here, they've gone for small power, same as last week. I think they were down in this sort of area, and they held that zone. That is where it finished in week 1. We saw it go there all the way to the end. And some teams starting to move down here. We've got Pizza and Paella. We'll get the camera down towards those guys, and we can start to watch things evolve. Doesn't look like anyone's made their way out of Georgepol yet, but I don't think we'll really see. Those guys aren't going to be finished looting for a little while either, so it's going to take a bit of time for them to get sorted out and then get themselves into the play zone as well. They've got to get looted and get down. Does look like CR maybe thinking about, look, Josie here is kind of split out. We've seen Josie, looks like he's running away from Contra at the moment, or maybe trying to find a vehicle, but he is split from the rest of the team. We're going to keep the camera down here, though. Looks like BT are getting some eyes, or trying to get some eyes on Pizza and Paella as they're moving down, going towards the bridge. I'm not sure they're going to cross. Marcus has stopped at the garage. I don't know if that's just to give his team a bit of backup, or if it's just waiting for those guys to arrive till they decide to move across. But we can see here, look at there's the first drop coming down, by the way. Look, that is, and Rascals are on it. Rascals are going for this. Here we go, look at this. Rascals Bob down here on the airdrop, going to get that nice and easy. There is no one else currently on the South Island to contest that. And Polonara and his gang, they're heading south, I think. Or maybe they're just going to set up a position here. And it's not a terrible idea. The zone is so split. Don't really know where that's going to go right now. And I think they might be setting themselves up to either have a good option to get across and also to try and pick up some kills. If other teams try and crash this, try and get across, they might be ready. I think you're going to see, obviously, people are going to take a bit more of a calculated and measured approach to getting themselves into the zone than you might see in casual games. Probably not crashing the bridge quite as rapidly. They're going to be going for boats, but there are some teams coming down here. We've got SMB heading down. I mean, they've got to think at this stage that there's people, there could be people here, and they're going to crash it. They are coming. SMB are pushing. And if Pizza and Player hold this trap late, well, they've shot quite early there, but they're putting shots in Juicy. Juicy is very low, but they put those shots in quite early. They didn't really manage to get the trap going, and unless Yo-Yos can hit that, and that is disappointing for them. They put Juicy very low, but he's got away with it, and the rest of them have turned around and got out of there. They tried to get the ambush set up. It didn't quite work for them. Wasn't quite as well executed as they would have liked to see. And let's have a look at what everyone else is doing. So interestingly, they have, and Pains has dropped Zipped. Where was this? This was up in the, this is up George Pole. These are the guys scrapping in George Pole as they make the way in from the zone. And we'll leave them to that. But let's have a little look and see what everyone else is doing. These guys have been pushed down towards a Vita. We might see one of them get dropped out of this boat. They are very close to Gar and his friends, his motley crew down on the ferry. But I want to watch what the other players are doing here. We've got Q1. They're making a rotation around the south here. Coming in. Look like they might try and come in and try and take that phase position. Take these compounds on the south. Certainly works out well enough for phase. Does look like, Mazzelli. Mazzelli from Team Finland has fallen to his death there. There must have been some sort of motorbike accident. Where are these boys? Well, that's the end of Mazzelli. They were just coming in from Gatka, so I think they might be able to get the, looks like they're getting the revive there. They just had a bit of an incident. BT, Donnie and Co, they're over on the other bridge here. This is going to be a really nice position for Pizza and Paella. It's just trying to get across. Looks like Juicy is now taking up a position to the south of the bridge. But he is just on his own there at the moment. And bridge camping tends not to be the one for comp. But we will see how it works out for them. So coming in from the sea, it does look like, Q1 are bringing it up there. I'm not quite sure where they're going to go for yet. S&D, I think they want to rotate, but it doesn't look like they found a boat yet. They're all still in vehicles. But, you might still not get pushed south. They're putting a lot of shots on VE here. They've been trying to rotate out of Lipovka, trying to take the sea route, get themselves around to the South Island. There's Beast taking some shots, but he's not been hit. And is he swimming? Are you actually just swimming it, Beast? He is. Wow. Beast. Just swimming it out. Swimming it out. Fair play to you. Fair play to BT. There, Beast is just going for it. I mean, there's plenty of time. I guess that Sunny's going to try and pick him up now the gunfire seems to have stopped. But yeah, good noble effort from Beast there. I think he's going to... Oh, good hit on Sunny, though. Just as Sunny pulls up, they start landing the shots. That's nicely done. These are coming in from... this is from Pizza and Paella. We've seen these boys over here. It's getting quite spicy over on the other bridge. Might fly over there. I just want to see what S&D are doing there. I think they're going to have to drive it in. But let's see what this zone is going to do. This is where things are going to get chaotic. If this pops south, things are going to escalate very quickly. And it has. It's gone... Oh, that is a weird shift. So not great for the Pizza Gang. Avita is still in, but I don't think that can go north now. Maybe it could squeeze in around the northwest there. I don't think we're going to see that push north. So let's get ourselves over to the other side because that is where things are going to start to get spicy. Q1 have got themselves on the south of Mealy Island there, but they haven't managed to really take up much of a position just yet, so they're going to have to move themselves into the zone. The center is already very busy. We've got Rascals there, we've got BT, we've got AVR, we've got SMB. There's a whole bunch of teams. So we'll see who's going to come out on top here. We've got BT are holding the bridge as well. Although at this stage, I'd be surprised if anyone really fancied coming across the bridge. They'd certainly have to feel lucky. Yeah, BT, they're really, Donnie and his boys are really holding that one. Here's AVR. They've got control of this compound here. Not a bad little position for them. It's pretty central. We bring the camera in a bit here. We can see SMB. They're taking this little compound up on the hill in the woods. Vita there just moved across up by boat. They had that pretty well prepared. There's not going to be too many great compounds they can take centrally here. I think all the... I mean, there's a few available. These ones here, the Rascals have got. That's going to be pretty popular. Big cluster of houses there. These ones maybe to the south people might try and take. I think we might see Q1 possibly take these. They're not very central. But if the zone shifts that way, and the zone is likely to shift quite south here, we're likely to find maybe these compounds to end up quite central in the next play zone. No one actually holding any position in military base right now. And let's see what everyone else is doing. S&D moving in pretty late here. They're going to have to cross the bridge. They haven't found a boat, so they are driving in. And they're going to have to come across this bridge most likely, and they're going to find themselves coming up against Pizza and Paella and Lake, who are taking up positions there, and BT are going to be moving in as well, and they might bump into Sunny and Beastie down here. I guess Beast completed his swim. VE down here in the southeast as well, making their rotation. SMB look like they're going to have to come in via the bridge as well, and looks like, let's spin it around because we've got Avita just underneath us here, and Lake coming in, heading towards them. This is where it's going to get quite busy. There's not many compounds over to this direction. Not much to hold. People are taking up positions in the trees. We can see this is the SMB boys over here, Shady & Co. This is SMB Knife Squad up on the hill here. One of the two SMB teams we've got today. And here is Avita. Just taking a bit of a spread. We got Sweeney and Stannis down in this house. Wonder if they're going to know. Gar's just down in the field at the moment. I thought they might split and take this compound as well. But it looks like, I think Lake and Lou have had a little bit of a scrap here, and this compound has ended up sitting empty. I think one of them really needs to just crash it. Well, I mean, Lou's not going to crash it on his own. So I think Lake really needs to commit and maybe try and crash that. But it looks like they're just hanging out on the hills for now. A lot of teams coming in from the east. S&D look like they're making a really wide rotation here. Going to try and come in from the backside of the circle here, but we've got BT and V down here, and what's going to happen? It's gone really north. That's a really north. A lot of water in the zone. Wow, there's a lot of... What are these guys all still chilling up here as well? We got it's SMB and Mushu, who's just chilling to the north there. CR are still way out. They're going to get pushed onto the bridge. That is a real interesting circle. It works out nicely for AVR, for Avita, for... SMB Knife Squad up on the hill, for Rascals just about, Lake. I mean, they haven't got a compound, but they're in. And Pizza and Paella can probably get themselves some nice position down there as well. But everyone else coming in from this south side is going to struggle. S&D going way wide, trying to get in. They must be going through a whole lot of meds. And when they do get to that circle, it's going to be very busy. And they're going to be downhill from everybody. There goes Mushu. That was the lone RMV, and that's the end of RMV. They are the first team to drop, taken down up on the cliffs to the north. So let's get ourselves over to the south of the circle. I think this is where it's going to get particularly spicy. We've only seen a few players drop. In fact, we've only really seen those guys get eliminated. RMV get eliminated that we just saw drop. Look, everyone's trying to come in from the south there. Oh, I just don't know where S&D are going to find any position. Coming into the zone this late, we've lost one team. And what's this going underneath? Oh, here we go. We got BT coming up against Pizza and Pie. Polinara's getting in there. He's dropped T-Bone. T-Bone is down, and they've got the high ground. Doris is coming in to support. Sunny put down low. They got Beastly down the bottom there. Beast has already backed off because he is very low. Marcus is in now, and they've got all four, and surely BT are going to get surrounded here. T-Bone's gone. Sunny's gone. It's just Beastly left here. Oh, but Yo-Yo's caught out. Caught with his back to him. Surely they knew he's there. I'm not sure they realized there was another player there. They need to get in and finish him off before Beast can support, though Beast has really got himself out of there. Doris has got a nice angle here. I don't think Beastly's going to be able to find his way out. Polinara going the other way. And surely that is going to be the end of Beastly. This is BT2 we're seeing here get taken apart. They've just got Beast left. He's gone over into the apartments here. And that is some nice kills on the board for Pizza and Paella, but they have lost one player pretty cheaply there as well. Oh my god, what's happened here? Was this on the bridge? It was. CR have just been demolished. They were coming in by boat, I think, on the bridge. But I just want to move over and see what's going on the south here. Have S&D got in the zone yet? Are they... Oh, yeah, they're having a scrap down here. Okay, so there is some of Millie base still in. We've got Q1, who had a pretty good first couple of games last week. Games 3 and 4 for them, a little bit weaker. And they dropped down. I think they were about 5th coming out of the end of day 1. Let's see what S&D can do. We've got S&D and Q1 fighting for this area. It's not a great area to be fighting for, but at least you're in the zone. We've got Legends. Fury here is isolated, so if they can close in on Fury and get this guy out of the game, he is right in amongst them. The rest of Q1 holding right back at the moment, not pushing in. But he's going to catch him out. There we go. That's Paperboy dropped. But the rest are here. Pigeon is here. Fury is down. Paperboy is down. Q1 are ready to pounce as well. Kayomi's coming in. And this is going to be a nice little scrap here. Let's watch these guys. We've got Pigeon there with his Vector. Galaxy taken down nicely. There goes Kayomi. It's just Beta left. They got 1 left. Nice work from S&D here. Still 3 on their feet versus Beta. And they're finishing them off. Beta is just holding this corner here. I think they know where he is. We got Neuro here. Pidge. These guys probably want to get some health back up. They're surrounding nicely. Pidge straight in. Oh, he's dropped 2. He's dropped Legends and Paperboy. Neuro's got to do it. No. Beta takes him out. And S&D, they had 3v1. And Beta takes out all 3 of them. All 3 of them gutting for S&D. He's able to get Galaxy back on his feet. The other 2 had already been finished. So Q1 down to 2, but they have got some kills on the board. And S&D are out of there. Let's fly on and see what else we got. Circle's gone. Kind of where I had to go, really. Most of the water needed to get pushed out. And we're going to move around and see what else we can find. SMB, let's get over. Looks like Pizza and Paella having another pretty busy scrap here. This is, coming up against VE. And pretty big scrap. There's a lot going on the west as well. We'll bring the camera over there in a minute. There goes Polonara, and that is the end of Pizza and Paella. They've been wiped out by VE here, actually. That was a 4v3 after they lost the player earlier, and Pizza and Paella out again quite early for them. They've been getting some nice kills, but tough zone for them to move in. And VE here holding those hills in quite a dominant position. They got Beast and Q1 sort of loitering behind, but both pretty broken teams down there. So here's Lake. They've moved themselves over to the south of the road, and we're going to bring ourselves over and see what we got going on the other side of the zone, see who's picking up some kills. Looks like SMB here are kind of pinned down on the beach. They've been maybe going for grabbing that crate while they're down there. Who's this? This is Beast. Sorry, this is VE. They're putting shots down into Millie base. I think Rascals are trying to rotate around there as well. Yeah, Rima and Ralaz putting some shots into Rascals there from way across. Nice fighting. But look, over here, we've got all sorts of action going on here. We've got AVR and Team Finland scrapping down here. There goes Volkhorn. Finished off as well, and that is a 4v3 now for Team Finland if they can push this. But they do also have, look, they got CR on it, like he's on his own, all on his own. Still going here as well as SMB. Look, we got Dope. Pains is out of there. He's knocked at sea, and that is not a place you want to be. But Fanboy, Josie, and Dope are still going strong. This is SMB. And SMB Knife Squad are the ones who I think are over the other side. And here we go. They are moving in. It's just one left. Just Dizzy left versus all of Team Finland. It's a 4v1. And there they go. Nicely done by Team Finland. Looking good. All of AVR taken out. All 4 members still up on their feet for their squad. And that zone is going to click in. Likey's is gone, I think. Yeah, Likey's has been dropped. Pains is gone. We've got Dope, Josie, and Fanboy still alive, but not in a great position. They got a bit of a dip here. But not the greatest position in the world. And let's have a little look at this play zone. There we go. It's gone sort of southwest. Not really many teams in it, and not really any compounds in it. Except for the one that, looks like these guys making a... This is BKG trying to make a wild dash through everybody here. But look, we've seen Watty and Wheelix getting dropped there. That is Lake and VE picking up some kills. So it's this compound here that SMB are in that is the only real decent compound in here. There's some nice hill positions you can take, but these are going to be pretty fiercely contested. We're going to have a Vita moving in, trying to take them. As you can see, Sweeney making a push across there. We've also got Team Finland over there, and SMB as well. Not much to fight. And as they move up, they've already got BT here. This is BT1. This is Donnie and Co. already taken the hills, and that is going to be really tough for SMB and Team Finland to get up there. Team Finland trying to drive out of there, but they're going to get really lit up as they try and do that. And then as they get even further around, they're going to bump into BT, who are just waiting for them down here. So I think Team Finland have all got out of there. If they notice BT there and can... Oh, no, there's nowhere to go. There is nowhere to go, and it's a massacre. We are seeing them all drop. Mazeli's gone. Benes is gone. They've actually got 2 through. Ethiokius is an unknown, but Ethiokius is caught in the open. He's going to go, and they are down to just Mr. Unknown is the last remaining player from Team Finland. SMB here taking hits as well. I think that's from a Vita. I saw Gar pop up in the feed. Getting a drop there. And V and Lake are having a big fight over here. And Lake's been taken out. V have wiped, and V looking strong. Could be a big game coming up for V. They've had a bunch of kills here. BT have got themselves, they got a kind of nice little bit of position here. Let's bring up the bigger map just for a minute. They are right on the edge. No one is in the middle because there's just not anywhere to play in the middle of this zone. And if this next zone pushes SMB out of this compound, then it is just going to get really chaotic. V actually, they've taken a lot of damage from that fight with Lake. They've lost Ralaz here, or sorry, Rouser. Had been doing a lot of damage, getting some kills. I think we've just got Deebs and Sawyer left by the look of it. Beast still hanging in there down on the south, by the way. I'm not sure for too much longer. Rascals over here still got 2 going. Looks like Q1 got dropped during all of that action as well. And there goes, that's the last of Team Finland have been taken out by BT. They were in a pretty weak position there. Didn't look like it was going to work out for them. So here's Avita. They're not in the zone at the moment. They're going to have to crash this compound, really, unless they're planning a rotation. But I think they're trying to see if they can get a knock here and close it down. We see an SMB. Oh, there's a big fight going on here. Hang on, let's just spin around. This is BT and SMB coming up against each other. We've seen Blackie drop. We've seen Dope drop. These teams are getting picked apart. I don't think there's really many full teams left at the moment. We've got SMB, Team 8 SMB up on the hill. And there we go. That is SMB taken down. That is, yeah, SMB and then Knife Squad. SMB Knife Squad are the ones who are up on the hill. So BT, they took a knock there, but they're going to get him back on the feet. So they've still got 3 remaining by the look of it. Let's just swing around. And that zone has popped. And it does keep... keeps that compound in. It's on the edge, but it does keep it in. It looks like Vita are closing in. I think they want to take it over. They don't want to be sitting out on the hills here, although a lot of the other teams have been thinned out pretty badly by now. Look, Lou is coming around. They've got it nicely surrounded. Sweeney's getting hit, though. He's got to watch out for VE up on the hill there. There we go. Cobra's been taken out by Lou, and this is the chance they needed. I think Avita are going to move in quick now, although Sweeney's going to be delayed. He's had to stop and med those shots coming in from VE behind. Let's move in a little bit closer. See what's going on. We got Shady here trying to find an angle. We got Gar just poaching around, and they are going for it. Lou is moving right in there. He's going to get... They've got the knock on Unknown there, and it is just 2 left. We got Juicy. There goes Lou, taken down by Shady. Gar's going to get caught out here. Spins it around nicely, though. Drops Shady. Should be able to get Lou back on his feet, unless there's teams afar. Sweeney's down, though. Sweeney's been taken down here by Donnie. This was, sorry, no, off to the side there. I think that was Juicy. So they just got Juicy left here. Yeah, and Sweeney, Sweeney's still, he's not finished off yet, but he's outside the zone, and he is going to drop. I don't think they're going to be getting him back up. Looks like they'll be able to get Lou back up. Stanners, Gar, and Lou still going. Nice molly there through the door on Juicy, and it hits him. He wasn't at full health. That might do it. That might do it. He's trying to med it. He's trying to med it. He's going to have to stop. Oh, he's surely... can push that. He must have seen that he set him on fire, trying to shoot him from the door. He gets the med off. And Stanner's just trying to work out what to do, but the rest of Avita are here to support now. And he can't watch all those doors. And here we go. Yeah, nicely played there by, that was Gar and, Lou and Stanners dealing with that situation. They cleared them out. They only lost 1, but that's not a bad trade to lose one of your players to take that compound that is, for now, in the play zone from Avita. Let's see what else we've got remaining. We are down to the last 4 teams. They're all over this side because there's not really anything you can play on the other side. We've got BT, Donnie and Co. This is BT1 down here in the dip. And that compound is getting pushed out. And BT have nice position here, but there is a bit of a dip here that I think Avita can drop into. And these are the 2, well, sorry, Rascals have actually got 3 up here. I thought they just had 2, but they've got 3. And they've just been keeping pretty compact. And we see Beast here for BT is still going, by the way. This is from BT2. And yeah, this is BT1, sorry, in the dip here. Thanks for having two teams with the same name, guys. So here's Rascals. They've kind of, well, yeah, I mean, they're in the zone, but it's not really where you want to be. These are the stronger positions, but also, if any of these guys get knocked, we're probably going to see Rascals trying to get the kill steals. And it's going to be hard to take cover from that whilst dealing with these big fights. So, three teams really in contention here. It's between BT with Donny, BT1, Avita, and Rascals down at the bottom. Let's see who's going to take it. Everyone just finding their position at the moment. Oh, look, Beast here is creeping up behind his fellow clanmates here. He's going to be taking up this hill just behind him. He's just trying to find a position. There's not really much to work with. There is a bit of a dip. Just playing for placement at the moment. Dropping himself on the deck. Not a lot else you can do. Maybe try and pick up a kill steal or something. Has he got himself a level 3 helmet? No, he's just got the level 2. The nice white trousers should also help with your concealment there. Was it Beast we saw? It was Beast we saw swimming across earlier, wasn't it? That man has been on quite the adventure this game. Quite the journey. Oh, look, Whitey might spot him here. Whitey is scouting around. They want to clear out behind. They don't know if it's clear over here or not. Being sensible. Keeping an eye out. And Avita here putting some shots on Rascals. Rascals, I think, are going to find himself pinched here. It's going to be hard to take cover from Avita and BT. Yeah, look, surely he's going to see him. Yeah, he has seen him, but Beast has dropped Whitey. Oh, and that is not good for BT. They're going to be a 2v3 here. Yeah, Whitey's gone. This is working out well for Avita and Rascals, though I feel like Avita probably have the better position here. I mean, Rascals are kind of in the zone. Avita in the new zone. These guys are all just out of it. Let's move in and see if they manage to deal with Beast. Oh, Donny's dropped as well. Beast, he's on one, but Donny is going to be able to get back up. Blackie manages to drop Beast in the end. They got a bit of time on that zone, so they'll be able to get Donny back up. No one is there to finish that. But let's get ourselves down here. Rascals, they've built themselves a little car fort here to try and... Oh, Gar is moving right in there. He is keen. He has gone right round, but he's been dropped. Been taken down by Dennis. Nicely done. And Blackie dropped off to one side by Dennis there. That is BT gone. That is nicely played. Look, those guys have been taken out. Lou's dropped Foss, though. We got Dennis tucked in here. Versus Lou takes him out. It's just Lou and I think we got Stanners left. So it's Lou and Stanners now versus Bobber. Really, these two are both going to be gone. He's going to get Gar up as well, I think, here. There's not really a chance that Bobber's going to get that flush. Unfortunately, he is way too far back and he's not going to be able to find an angle. So it's a 3v1. There's no hope for Foss and Dennis here getting back up. It's Bobber versus 3 of Avita and it's looking pretty good. Or Avita taking their 3rd win of this competition so far. Let's move in and see what these boys can do. And there we go. Dennis bleeding out there. Bobber just caught in the open. There's nothing to do. Hitting the deck. I'm not sure what he's hoping to achieve, but it is all over. He does manage to land a couple of nice shots there, but dropped in the end by Gargod. And Team Avita taking the victory for game number 1 of day 2 of the finals. That is their 3rd chicken dinner of these finals so far, and a very strong start yet again for Team Avita. Not a huge kill game by the standards of last week, but they do take the victory. Rascals coming in 2nd there. BT coming in 3rd. Sorry, so BT with Donny is BT1, so that's BT1 in 3rd and BT2 in 4th. Nice amount of kills there for Donny and Blackie. And SMB there taking the 5th place finish. So pretty similar plane to our last Sanok game. I think last week was about the same plane line here. Not so much of an issue where the plane goes. Obviously on Sanok quite a small map, so it's pretty open for players to go wherever they want, hit their desired drop locations. So here we go, game number 2 on Sanok, game 2 of day 2 of the PCCL finals. Let's see what everybody has in store for us. So keeping an eye on this plane as it goes, and a lot of teams dropping really early. Look at this. We've got VE and Lake here, both got out straight away, and well, they're going to be asking some questions over where everyone's going. I think there's going to be one maybe goes hard tin, but these compounds here along the coast tend to be quite popular, so let's wait and see where those guys decide to split. Got a few heading down here as well. Looks like SMB and Team Finland, I think this is. Yeah, Team Finland and SMB quite close together. They're all still in the air, so you know, they don't need to start panicking just yet. But players getting all over the place. I think this is going to be or SND. No, SND have changed locations. So SND previously, they hit up this hill. They hit up the mountainside where there's these compounds here that RMV have gone for. And up here was the SND drop last time. They've actually changed tack here and they've gone very central. They've gone for these compounds between Paradise and Boot Camp here. Rascals have gone down to Boot Camp. Vita have gone for the same drop once again as they did last week. CR here pushing right out to Lakawi, and we've got a very north circle yet again. This is very similar to last week. Very similar to last week's circle. And that is not great for all these teams in the south. Thankfully, it's going to work out well for, I mean, who's in a nice position. S&D here in a good spot. If they can loot these quickly, then maybe move up and try and hold one of these. I mean, it's this one really on the hill that is the one you want to hold. It's hard to get out from, but it's a nice vantage point to look after. There's quite a few decent compounds in this. Lots of big compounds. The line of sight here, not too great. But these two, not too bad. This one's kind of a bit tough because it's got these trees right back behind it. So you can get snuck up on quite easy. This one may be a little better. But like I said, none of them that great for escaping from. Going to be interesting to see if anyone makes a really early move here. Looks like we got... where's this? BKG and Mushi. We're going to fly right down. We're pretty high up in the air. So we might have some early action here with RMV and BKG. Two of them in the same compound. Yep, they found each other. That's Mushu dropping Watty. There goes Watty, taken down very early. And he is out of there. No hope for him. That's an early kill on the board for RMV, and BKG are down one already. So this is Rascals over here in Boot Camp. Going to get themselves nicely looted up. No one contesting that. And I wonder who we're going to see try and take control of some of these compounds early. I'm surprised no one has really gone right away to try and take them. Vehicles can be a little bit hard to go for. We are seeing SMB here. Look, they're going up to Tap Mock. Let's pull up here. This is SND, by the way, below us. We've got Pidge there. And my hunch is that we'll probably see those guys maybe try and group up on these two compounds, or probably just this compound would be my guess. But they need to get a lick on and do that quickly, because I think they're going to see a lot of other teams are going to want to take some of these bits of real estate. Obviously, very early in the game so far, so we don't really know where Circle 2 is going to go. That might not end up being a great spot. But hopefully, we'll see it push somewhere else. Last game on Sanhok, we finished just down around here in these trees here. So just outside Tap Mock. Here we go. Legends is starting to push up there. We've got SMB taking up position over in Tap Mock. This is SMB, and then this is SMB Knife Squad. Oh, Mazzelli there getting a kill on. So this is over. Let's bring ourselves over here. This is VE here versus Team Finland, I think this is. Having an early scrap, and then they're going to come in past Lake as well. And yeah, we see S&D here. They're making a move to that raised compound, which is what we thought they'd probably go for. And looks like we might have a bit of a scrap going on the mountainside, actually. Let's get to that. We've got Team Finland and VE here scrapping. They're going to have to come in past Lake if they want to move more central. Up on the mountain, we've got RMV. I'm not sure you get the mountain. I felt like you used to always get mountain finishes on Sanhok. Not sure if it still seems to go quite that way, but look, yeah, we got RMV here right up against SMB. They've got in close, and surely know they're there. The rest of SMB are pushing up. Let's bring it in close and see what's going on. We got Foxy here getting lit up by Fanboy and Plains. There he goes. Envy and Zip not quick enough in there to stop that. And Mushu dropped as well, and this is not good for RMV. They're getting lit up here. Two of them gone already, and the rest of SMB are just turning up as well, and they are taking control of that compound. And these guys are out there. Zipped and Envy, they have dropped right back. Right back. There goes Mushu. Nice play there from Fanboy and Pains. They dealt with that very well. And those guys played very well in week one. There's some good games. So nice start there for SMB. If they can move up and take control of this area, they're going to be laughing. And have some early kills as well. So elsewhere in the circle, we've got, it looks like S&D might be trying to control all 4 of these. And it's, if you can do it, if you're confident enough to do it, it's not a bad idea. But you've got to really know that Neuros and Legends can hold off an attack. When people come to try and crash them, you need to stop them coming in. Hopefully, you know, a few shots will stop people coming in unless they really have to. People aren't going to want to try and crash a compound unless they know they absolutely have to take that fight on. At this stage in the game, you don't. Let's get over to Heart-In. Looks like we got some action about to pop off there. That's V and Lake coming up against each other just over here. BT there, they've moved out of Paradise to a smaller compound. It makes sense. Paradise is great for loot, but those sorts of areas they're just too big to try and control in comp like this. You can't really keep a whole team out without being very spread out, and it generally works out much better to try and control a smaller area. So here we go with Lake. We got Skocic here, Godly, Quit, and Angzar, and V just on the other side of town. They're not scrapping really yet, but they are getting the lay of the land. I think V lost a man earlier on in probably scrapping with, I think, Team Finland perhaps, as they made their way in from Camp Alpha. Vita here, they just look like they're kind of waiting for Zone 2, I think, at the moment. They're rotating around compound by compound, making sure they're nice and looted. And I think they're just going to see what this next zone does, and then they're going to make their play. I think they kind of made a lot of plays through the trees last time. There's a lot of potential here for not necessarily having to play compounds so much. There's a lot of cover you can use, but it just depends where this circle shifts. Going to be interesting to see if it pushes west here, if it pushes into the other island. Could spice things up. There's not really many teams up in the northeast here. Most of them down in the south, over in the west. And let's see what it does for us. Gone dead center. Dead center. So, S&D looking good. BT looking good. RMV over here. It looks like RMV are about to find some friends. Let's move over. That's S&B. Oh, just as I say that, it kicks off below. We got Quit here. He's moved right in on Sawyer, and he has been taken out. That is one of the Lake boys down. It's a 3v3 now. I think Sawyer looks a little isolated here. Sawyer here is on his own, and Deebs and Rouse are a little bit further back. I'm not sure if Lake are going to try and push this. And Q1, what did Q1 look like? They're trying to crash this? They're rotating around. Haven't seen anything from Q1 yet. I think they came up all the way from Sammy or Narcam. They were way down. Way down. They're just cruising past. Maybe going for the dock area here, I think. Yeah, looks like they are considering. Galaxy has actually hopped out here. Not sure Q and Beta's gone all the way across. So, yeah, it looks like no. I think they've changed plan. Galaxy is getting out of there. They realize what's going on. You don't want to end up in Heart-In. Galaxy's just going across the bridge. He's just going to go across the bridge. I like Beta style. Beta just drove through the river on his bike like an absolute boss. Just sends it through the river, which you can do now nicely on the bikes. Doesn't work in the truck, as we can see for Fury and Kayomi. They nearly got there, but it just gave out at the last moment. But the bikes can do it over these narrow bits. I think maybe they should have tried a less wide part of the river, and they might have had a little bit more luck. Yeah, apparently PUBG vehicles tend to drive quite well underwater. You'd be surprised. So Q1 got themselves a nice position there. I think it's pretty quiet over that area of the circle, actually. Very quiet, in fact. SND controlling this area nicely. They've gone for a 2-2 split. I think that's sensible. I think going 1-1 here, it's just running it a bit too risky. 2-2 is going to work better. Controlling those two compounds. We might see, I think Lake and VE are going to find themselves in a difficult position here. We've got two teams down in boot camp. Look, Rascals and BT down in boot camp. And then we've got a fight. Let's get this fight all the way over the other side of the circle. We've got, that's Pizza Empire versus CR over here. We've got contracts that's just been dropped. We'll try and get ourselves over there as quickly as we can. And you can see what's going on. With the Pizza Gang, they always seem to be finding some action, always getting some kills, and they are just moving in down near Paradise. Avita here, just chilling up in the northeast. Nothing too crazy from Avita yet today. Obviously, they won game 1, but they haven't been popping off doing anything too ridiculous just yet. Playing it sensibly. They are edge zone, which is not always where you want to be, but that middle area is pretty hard to find a route to a compound right now. I mean, this one's pretty available. I think AVR might try and work up to that. If they realize it's free, it's a good spot to go for. And here we go. Let's CR. They're going to get pushed pushed up against the pizza barrier here. Polonara is at the head of that, getting some nice shots on Krypton. Let's move ourselves down. Vaz here, he's got a nice little angle on the side, might get some shots. Oh, they've spotted him out and he's got lit up. He is low. The zone's moving pretty slow, but Polonara dropped, so that is bad news for Pizza and Player. He is one of their strongest players. Likey's here taken down. But to lose, I mean, Polonara is in the zone, but they need to wipe out CR fast. Get their revive. I don't think it's going to work out. That's a nice frag on Doros there from Vaz. And he's following up as well. I think he's going for another frag. Looks like he's cooking that. He's hit. Oh, it works out great. It looked like he was going to bounce off to the side, but just dropped down next to it. Doros is gone, and he's going to get mollied out. Polonara is going to go. And CR have dealt with this situation pretty well. They lost one. But if they can get the rest of these boys down, looks like these Marcos and Yoyas are rotating round. Are they going to just get out of here? I think they're going to hold this edge. They've still got nice positions here, but they have lost two of their team. No, I think they're going to fall back and find another way to deal with the rest of this game. Nicely played by CR there. Difficult situation, being pushed by the blue against a waiting trap, but they managed to get themselves 2 kills. And they get the revive there. I think they got Likey's back on his feet. Or is that just Likey's body? They got the revive. He was in the zone or crawled in. And they've got all 4 remaining. Nice play by CR to get away with a full team there. There goes Doros. Right, let's move into the center because this is where it's getting spicy. We've got the Pizza Boys have taken over Paradise. That's going to be pretty busy for the two of them. Vita here just underneath us in this small house outside Paradise. But what we can see is Q1 are crashing down on S&D. S&D have moved out from the high compound. They are kind of scattered all around, actually. We've got... Let's get my camera into position. We've got Neuro and Legends. Are they even in? Okay, here's Q1. They've taken the compound that S&D did have. Legends is holding... okay, so Neuros is split over in the barn here. We've got Legends just across the road. And then Paperboy and Twitch over here. So, I mean, it's a nice split, but it's so risky to run people on their own like that. Because if either of these guys get knocked, there's no way they're going to get a revive. I mean, maybe Paperboy could make it down behind to grab a revive there. Oh, there goes RMV. That was V and RMV we saw fighting earlier on over on the other side here, and they're all getting pushed here. We just got Scotius left from Lake. They've all been busy there. Q1 still got all their lads remaining. We've got Donnie and Co. This is the same compound Donnie's team held last game, actually. Sorry, last week, I should say. BT1, they were holding this compound for quite a while. And I think Donnie ended up here, didn't he, and got some nice angles. This is where the game finished. SMB here holding this down. This is SMB Knife Squad. Let's see what everyone else is got going on at the moment. It's pretty busy. BT2 down on the south there fighting Rascals. Might bring it down and just see what's going on there. But I want to see, things are going to get heat up real quick depending on what this next zone does. Let's just move down. Looks like Skochit's come up against VE there. Surely, if they get rid of Skochit's, they've got shots coming in from SMB though. Nice shot on the side there. SMB dope that was dropping Sawyer. Let's just see what we got going on in boot camp. Oh, here's the circle, gone very central. And there's no, I can't believe there's no one in this compound down here. Surely people are going to go for it. Let's just find my way to a nice view. There goes, yeah, Sawyer finished off by Skochich in the end, gets the kill still there. And these are the guys fighting down at boot camp. We've got AVR, Rascals, and BT. And Team Finland over here as well, and BKG. It is busy. It is busy. All these people they all need to move. If they do, there's an airdrop in the road as well. If they do make their way up there. And I want to get up. Look, Vita here are moving into Paradise. They're going to bump in some players. I also want to see what Q1 do. Q1 are going to have to get out of there. And S&D are holding this compound nicely. Although S&D, I feel, might want to group up at this stage. Here we go. Look, Vita have bumped into Shady here. They've taken Shady down at Stanners. AVR popping off in the feed as well. And we'll bring ourselves over. We've got a lot of teams here. We've got the remnants of Pizza and Player still hanging out. We've got CR, all 4 of them. Here's a Vita with Sweeney trying to find some angles. And they've got Juicy here. We've got the unknown mystery man from SMB. In fact, just the 2 of them left. But none of these guys in the zone. They're going to have to move out of there and just hold some edges in the end. I'm going to keep an eye on what Q1 are doing. Let's pull up that big map. Q1 trying to rotate round. CR just sort of coming in, bumping into the Pizza Gang for round number 2 of that fight. But we are going to bring it down. I want to see what Q1, S&D, and VE. It looks like it is all kicking off over here. That is busy. Look at this. Q1 are getting absolutely decimated from all angles there by VE, by... Well, there goes Sweeney's been taken down as well. We just lost Sweeney to Cobra. That's the SMB boys. Nicely done. Sweeney, top fragger from day 1 of the finals. So there's Team Finland having a right old scrap. Here underneath us, we are going to see S&D. And this is what Q1 tried to do. They tried to get around here. They got 2 knocked. I'm not sure they're going to get those revives, but who's going to get the finish there? VE gets one of them. And Neuros and Legends now backing off. I think Neuros and Legends want to get themselves in this compound with Paperboy and Twitch. It's got to be their goal. Rouser here is moving up close. Oh, but he's getting lit up now. Paperboy's seen him, and there we go. Nicely done. And drops a flash on himself for good measure. So that is the end of V. Nicely done. Nice kills on the board for S&D. All 4 remaining still at the moment as they take control of that compound. And just one. We got 1 remaining from Q1. No, he's gone. Nicely finished off by Neuro. So that is the end of Q1. They've gone down in 11th place there. 27 alive. 10 teams alive. And this is our zone. Look, these guys, S&D pushed out, and still this compound completely empty. Everybody is fighting outside the zone. There's no one in this compound. And AVR only just rocking up on this one. I think it gets to this stage in the game, and people just would assume that this compound is busy, but you've got to do recon. You've got to figure out, you know, if you poke your head on that and there's people there, they're going to try and shoot you, and they've got to realize. There goes Stanners taken down by Donnie there. Big fight going on the east. So this is, we've got SMB and AVR going to be battling over this compound. Let's bring ourselves over to Paradise, though, because things are getting busy here between BT1 and Avita. We got Dip dropped there by Lou, so they are trading some knocks here. Gar is on very low health, though. He's trying to get a med down. Here's Lou. Lou's getting lit up. Whitey's been dropped, though. Nice play. Blackie putting shots inside. He's going to get jumped by Gar here, I think. But Gar nicely dropped, and that is... but BT taken out there. Who finished off? That was Pizza and Paella from the side. That was the Yo-Yos. Pizza and Paella still going strong. Managed to drop BT1 from the side there and save Avita, really, but there's not much of them left. Lou is the only one remaining. Gar's gone. Stanner's gone. Sweeney's gone. And it's just AV Lou left from that. So Pizza and Paella getting some nice kills there. Again, it seems to be a habit of theirs, losing 2 players and then having a decent game. Although Marcus did get shot in the back and is now dead. And in fact, so is Yo-Yos. So that is the end of their attempt at a decent game. But they managed to pick up some kills at the end there, which is going to help them in their quest for points. Here's CR. They might finally realize this massive compound is completely empty. Oh, S&D here. They've bumped into Lou. Lou's picked up a kill. But Lou is all on his own. If S&D have been paying attention to the feed, they'll realize that. And they'll be able to deal with this situation. The zone is pushing them as well. They just need to get together. Pitch is a little bit out. We saw S&D not do great with the 3v1 they had last game. So let's hope they can do better with a 2v1 this time round on Lou. They've got eyes on him. They know where he is. His Legends and Neuros. Oh, look, nice shots from the side there from Pidge. Just comes in, gives them that support, and that is the end of Avita. They are down in 5th place. We've got 4 teams remaining. S&D with 3 on their feet. Bit of a cheap one to lose one of their players at the end there to Lou, but 3 is still decent at this stage. CR, I think, have got 3 left over there. AVR have got 4 remaining, and Rascals have got 1 left right at the back there. And I think we are going to see a new winner today. I don't think any of these teams have picked up a chicken dinner in the tournament so far. So we have everything to play for. Big one here. Be a great confidence boost for any of these teams. 2 drops down there. AVR. Again, this compound, no one's going for it. Everyone's playing the trees. And we haven't really seen, I think Pigeon or one of the S&D gang was down here right at the beginning for loot, but no one has really actually held that compound for the entire game. The thing's just slowing down a little bit now as people work things out. There's only 4 teams. They've kind of got 4 different angles here. Those shots coming in from the side here from Pidge on AVR there. Nice hits there. And they've got Rascals here, Cocky at the back. He might be a problem for AVR if they don't spot him out. But other than that, team's pretty spread now. And the next zone is going to make things interesting as it closes down towards this road. It's not a great position for anyone to be. At the moment, their cover's good. There's a lot of rocks for all 3 of these big teams. And big hits on Cocky there from AVR. That's from Dizzy, I think, or Pax maybe. But as you get nearer this road, there's less rocks, there's more trees, it's flatter, there's less dips. And it is just much harder terrain to play with. This might work out well for the other teams if AVR are busy at the moment trying to fight off this this cheeky rascal creeping in from the bottom. I think they're pushing it. I wonder if they realize he's just on his own. I think they do. There's not much space for someone to play with. And he's going to try and get himself out of there, and surely he's going to drop. But we got more going on here. Paperboy has dropped Krypton, but Legends has been dropped in return. 1-for-1 between CR and SND here. Paperboy is in close, though. That's a nice position for him to hold. Good position for Paperboy here. Just got Contra uphill, but he's been dropped. Taken down by Contra. Pigeon's going to get trying to get that revive on Legends. Oh, it's not worked out well for them. He's going to have to back off, and I think Pigeon's going to be left all on his own. Krypton's gone. Contra is... He's actually Likey's here has run off on his own, so CR is split, and it's looking pretty good for AVR right now. They got 4 remaining against 2 and 2, really. Sorry, 2 and 1 even, because Pidge isn't going to get any of those guys back up. So we got Likey's here and Contra versus all of AVR, who are taking up nice positions here around the edge. Looking pretty good. Volk, very central, although he's getting nailed in the side from Pidge. He might manage to confirm that. No, doesn't quite drop him in the end. I mean, Pidge, I think Paperboy's a bit open here. If they managed to get smoked down, maybe could have got their revive. But it's a pretty risky spot. I think there's eyes on him from maybe even from down here from AVR. Contra here holding a nice raised position. It's gonna get real interesting. But yeah, 4 remaining for AVR. Got to be favorites, unless these teams end up pinching him a little bit, picking him apart. Oh, and there goes Pax, taken out by Likey's. This is down in the town. I think AVR probably picked up these crates as well, so they're going to have decent gear. They're going to have decent armor. Dizzy drops Likey's nicely down there, and there we go. That is a 1v1v3, probably a 4. I think they're going to get the last one back up. Let's bring our camera down and see what we got going on. So this is a Votix here on 4 kills. We got, oh, Pidge there takes down Contra, so that was the last one on CR. It's a 4v1. It's Pidge versus AVR. Volk here with the DBS. Well, they've got him pinned down. And Volk here looks like they're going to be taking 10 kills home and the chicken dinner. And their whole team remaining. Unless Pidge can pick off 1, and he can't, and Pidge is taken down. Very nice victory for AVR in game number 2. Yeah, I think that's their first victory of the tournament. Great to see. Going to be some big points on the board for that one. Big kill game as well. 5 for Volk, 2 for Dizzy, 4 for Votix. And none for Pax there. 10 kill wins. S&D with their strongest finish yet of the tournament. A 2nd place with a decent amount of kills there. 8 kills. That's going to help pull them up the leaderboard nicely. CR grabbing 3rd. Rascals down in 4th. Managed to grab that one with 0 kills. And Avita crashing out in 5th there in the end with just the 6 kills. So here we are back on Vikendi. We got a slightly west shifted plane here. It's going to rule out some of the eastern edge of the map. So a few teams I think are going to have to reevaluate, or they might just grab vehicles and bust over there, depending on what the circle does to them. Last time round on Vikendi for week number 1, finals day number 1, we finished right down here. We were just on the edge of Cantra. It's kind of just on this corner was our final zone. Everyone kind of got pushed up this hill, and it was a bit of a bloodbath. But hopefully we see someone go a bit different. The Sanok zone ended up finishing very similar to where it did last week. Although I suppose Sanok is one of those maps where a lot of the map is pretty similar to the rest of it. So when you're fighting in some trees in Sanok, it maybe doesn't matter quite so much where it is. But Vikendi is a bit more varied. Obviously a lot more open, a lot less cover like that. So it'll be interesting to see what this circle does for us. We are going to see that pop pretty soon as we watch the players drop down. Looks like S&D might be going castle here. No one went castle last time. I think they might have realized that. They've done their homework. Yeah, they've gone for castle. And I think it's a good shout. You get a load of loot there. It's a big area. It's maybe not a great place to hold. It's probably a bit big. There we go. Different circle. That's what we wanted to see. Southwest. Dinoland finish. Calling it now. Dinoland finish. That's what we want to see. An interesting place. RMV are down at the moment, winners of game number 2. Avita gone for the same one as drop as last time, pretty much. They've gone for a villa. Actually, I think Avita took these smaller compounds last time. They've decided to commit and go villa and a couple of other compounds. Going to help them get looted just that little bit quicker. Few teams up in the northeast here are going to have a bit of work to do to get down. We've got Pizza and Paella here. We've got Lake. We've got Team Finland up at Cosmo. SMB up here, CR up here, Rascals. I've got a bit of an easier route in. And then Q1 and BKG trying to share Goroka at the moment, which I don't think either of them will be too happy with. A lot of different compounds you could choose to play right now. We need to wait till we see the next zone really before players can really start to decide where they want to be. I mean, Dinoland's really too big an area to hold, but you could probably hold one section of it. You could kind of break it down maybe into one of these compounds, but even then you can kind of get snuck up on. So I think you might see players try and take maybe some of the... We've got Rouser going down here, somewhere like this. These different areas, we haven't really checked if they're overlooked or anything at the moment, but these different medium, small-size compounds around center zone, not bad ideas. You want somewhere where you've got good line of sight. You want somewhere where you can hide your vehicles without them getting their tires taken out. And you want somewhere that is nice and center zone, or at least center of the zone you're currently in. So let's fly over to Goroka and just check on what's going down here. I don't think we're going to see these guys come together too much, unless they're feeling particularly ballsy. We've seen Q1 playing it pretty sensibly so far. So I'm not sure they'll be looking to try and engage and get these guys. But BKG, they're pushing up. BKG are pushing up. It's bold. I don't know if they realize they're all here. Mark's going to see him real soon. Oh, but Mark's going to get caught right out in the open. Look, he has gone into this compound. And they have spotted him. Here we go. We got Mark. We got Ninjas right in the open as well. This is not going to be good for BKG. Surely Ninja's about to get shot in the side. There goes Mark, dropped by Koyomi. Ninja is going to get caught out. He's totally surrounded. It's him versus Fury. If he can drop Fury, that's bad news for Q1, but he doesn't. Ninja's gone. That's 2 down for BKG. Where's the rest of them? Wheelix is back here. And Watty is down the bottom. So that's 2 of BKG gone early. And a couple of kills on the board for Q1. Easy points for Q1 in the end there. And I don't think we're going to see BKG try and push that. They're going to get themselves out of there. So airdrop coming down up near Abbey here. Might see maybe Pizza and Paella grab that on their way in. They're just looting up at Coal Mine. Got Lake making their way down the main highway here. Finding themselves some position. And does it look like VE are going to take this compound that we saw Rouser head down to earlier on. So getting to that stage of the game where we're going to see these teams make their way down. And let's get ourselves over here because we've got SMB heading down here towards Lake. Have taken up position on this road and SMB are heading down towards them. And I think they're going to bump into some friends over here. You can see we've got Pizza and Paella off to the side here. This is SMB coming down. And then they've got Lake just beyond. Let's see what they do. They're going to bump into the Pizza gang. And they might end up in a bit of a pizza sandwich here because they've still got Doris up the hill. Dope has gone on past. I think Pains has stopped, though. Pains has stopped. Oh, with Doris taking hits there. Is that from Pains? It is, but he's going to find himself in a really bad spot. SMB getting really split out there. Nice knock. Look at that G36 from Doris from way out. Taking down Pains. And he is going to be gone. Not quite sure what was going on for SMB there. But it hasn't worked out well for him. And where's the other? No, they have still got all 4 remaining for Pizza. They have got themselves a kill early on. I mean, Pains is still alive, but I don't see any cavalry coming to help Painsy. The rest, look, Josie and Fanboy still up there. So I think they were sending down Dope. Sorry, I think, yeah, they were sending down to some of their team to do a bit of scouting and find a compound. Here's Lake. They're moving up towards Abbey here. Maybe trying to find an angle on Pizza and Paella. There we go. Just getting the finish there on Pains. Let's see what teams... Oh, we got some... and Dope's bumped into... Josie's crashed. Josie's just crashed and knocked himself out. Sweeney's grabbed the kill, so thank you very much. Not looking too peachy for SMB right now. They've still got Fanboy. He's still going right at the top. But let's get ourselves down. There goes Dope, finished taken down by Stanners. Let's move ourselves down and see what's going on, because we've got a lot of people trying to find position in the zone now, and I'm kind of interested to see where they decide to go. Avita got a whole bunch of different compounds they can choose from right now. And then also we got AVR, we got SND, we got RMV, BT. There's just a ton of teams down here trying to figure out what their move is going to be. It's this next zone, though, that's going to really decide what they commit to. Here's the Avita boys, just grabbed himself a couple of easy kills there. Stanners, Lou, Sweeney, and Gar. And if we spin around, we should see a lot of other lads trying to find themselves a home. So S&D here, this looks like a pretty nice compound. Up on the hill, good vantage point, hard to creep up on. Definitely a good one for them to hold. If it stays in the zone for them, that's going to work out nicely. We've got AVR a little bit down here, down at the barns. Winners of last game, 10 kill win, big point win for those guys. Got themselves up into third in the leaderboard from that game they had. And then quite a few other teams around the south of this zone. Not too much scrapping going on yet. Everyone, there's plenty to pick from in this big zone. And everyone's just kind of figuring out how they're going to play this. Cobra and Shady and friends holding this little compound here. Got themselves a couple of vehicles. Got to keep your vehicles safe. These compounds are this kind of size. They work quite nicely for it. You can kind of enclose the vehicles pretty well. Stop your tires getting popped. Here we go. This is juicy. Just still grabbing some loot, getting some bits, making sure they got as much utility as they can. Got to have a ton of smokes. Got to have as much to throw as possible. Obviously, Molly's very powerful these days as well. Stun's very powerful. And here we go. This is BT. I think BT2. Yeah, BT2 here. Moving in a very close compound to SMB here. This is Beastly and Sunny. So we might see these teams have a bit of a scrap, particularly if they get pushed out of the next zone and have to drive somewhere. I think that could get pretty spicy. Oh, it looks like Pizza and Paella might be having a bit of a coming together with Lake here. It's going to be close. I think they're driving off out there. Look, they were trying to go for that airdrop, I think. They've been caught by the Lake boys. Just move up and we'll see what's going on. It looks like it's split up a little bit, but they're going to bump into Q1 now. Look, this Pizza Pilot versus coming up against Q1. Here they go in the road. Let's spin the camera around. This is Marcos just cruising past Q1's compound here. Think they're going to get away with it. Yeah, it looks like they're going to do all right there. I didn't lose anyone in the end. And they've got themselves a pretty decent compound here. Polnara and his gang just taking the warehouses there. Looks like Lake are holding up by Abbey at the moment. No one else up there. And everyone else is now pretty static. They've found their homes. RMV is still holding down in Dinoland, interestingly. Obviously, like we mentioned, you can't control the whole thing. Looks like they're trying to maybe control this sort of north area of it. The big kind of aviary sort of building. The glass roof one there. And not really worrying too much about the south. They got VE up there. I'm sure they've probably spotted VE out. And here we go. Here's our next circle. So really just shifts out BT1 over here, and Team Finland have got to move in. AVR are going to have to move. That's not going to work for them. So they're going to have to rotate around, but there's an absolute ton of compounds on Vikendi. Never really noticed it. Look how many, all of these, reasonable options. Some are obviously better than others, but there's plenty to pick from there. And it's going to take another circle or two, I think, before people really start to get pushed into dangerous positions. So let's just bring it down and see if anyone gets caught in rotation here. I can see Team Pizza getting pretty close to Avita here. Cruising past where Avita are holding. Gonna see, I think, a few teams try and get a bit more central. Yeah, here we go. We got shots coming in. This is Avita, the orange team here, Team 3. Again, looks like Pizza Empire have got away with that. Yeah, S&D are relocating here. A lot of teams moving down the south, actually. Let's bring the camera down south because people are trying to... A lot of teams were already in the zone, but they've decided they want to get themselves central and they want to get a better compound. And it's a good decision to make, I think, at this stage in the game, because it's the next zone or two where things are going to start to get real dangerous. And you want to put yourself in the strongest position possible as you go into those later zones. Never works out well when you get caught out with nowhere to hide. Here we go. So S&D are rotating around. Maybe going for this one here. Doesn't look like too bad a shout for the time being. And a few other teams moving in on Dinoland here. We got SMB coming in. This is SMB Knife Squad here. Over in the south of Dinoland. We've got Team Finland taking the east of Dinoland. Getting pretty busy in Dinoland. Oh, shots coming in here. This is Q1, so we're back in the north again. Q1 just getting a little knock. They took Donnie out. Donnie gone. We saw Donnie clutched out game number 4 on day 1 very nicely for BT, but he's been taken down now. So that is not good news for BT. Let's bring ourselves up to Dinoland because it's starting to get pretty busy up here. So here's Cobra, Juicy & Co. We got Team Finland just up behind the volcano there. And then RMV, who dropped here initially, just holding the north there. Big hit. We saw on someone drop coming down there. Off to the east. No one anywhere near that. I don't think anyone's going to make a play for that. That was Dip taking a big hit on the way in. Well, he might get caught out here. He's kind of pinched between quite a lot of different teams. We've got RMV here. We got Avita just up there. Oh, nice knock on Lou from Foxy there with the M24. Takes him down. I'm not sure they're going to get that finish. He's quite a way out. I'm sure Avita are on that. But a nice knock there. Showing some intent from RMV. They're full of confidence after that big win they got last game. And they are showing it. Here's Whitey. Oh, he might get caught by Mushu here. He is crashing. He is crashing. He's going to get surrounded by RMV. Oh my god, he is walking into just a death trap here for Whitey. Not going to work out well. Taken down by Mushu in the end. I don't think there's going to be anyone to offer any support for Whitey there. There he goes. Mushu there taking a few hits from Avita from far out, but nothing too worrying. And that's a nice position for him to take. If they can keep someone out there, they've got a nice spread here. And it's always balancing the risk. The more you spread out, the more risk you take of someone getting caught isolated. But if you can hold a split like that, then it can work out so well for you because the teams aren't expecting it. And it just gives you that different angle, which can be so devastating. So here's our play zone. We have S&D just down on the south here. They are just in. And then we've got a few teams making their way in. And I guess they might be heading to Dinoland. It's still in, but not by much. We've got BT and AVR now moving up on the south of Dinoland. We might see them come up against SMB Knife Squad here. I'm not sure. These guys might be trying to bail out as we've got BT, Sunny, Beastly, T-Bone, and Beast moving in here. And here's AVR. Coming in from over the way. Sorry, I keep saying that RMV won the last game when they didn't. That was AVR. I was getting my V's mixed up. My apologies for all those greatly offended. So here we go, getting busy, and well, maybe Team RMV still looking confident, and nice to see them getting a kill on the board, holding some nice position. There goes Pidge. We got S&D have bumped into BT here. They are crashing there. Oh, there goes Beast, though. Beast is taken down. Let's see what happens. There goes Legends. Oh, we're getting all sorts popping off here. Beast is gone. Legends is gone. It's T-Bone. And then Sunny and Beastly off to the side. Now it's just Neuros and Paperboy left, I think. So 2 left for S&D. 2v3 situation. I mean, there is one of the S&D boys that's still knocked. No, I think they've all been finished off. We've got a few dead boys in here. That's where they're holding their vehicles. There goes T-Bone. Taken down by S&B Cobra. That was from behind in Dino. That's going to help out S&D here. Neuro and Paperboy now in a 2v2. Polnara drops there by Rascals. It's one of the Pizza and Paella guys. So this is S&B. Look, they're taking up a nice position here. And that's not going to work out well for BT or S&D. They are still in the play zone. They got vehicles safe for S&D. I'm not sure what BT are going to do to in this situation. There's a lot of space still over here. This is a pretty nice central compound. But it looks like they're committing to this fight at the moment. They're getting closed down onto pretty tight space, and they've got to be wary of S&B. Look, Juicy is keen. He's trying to find himself an angle. They're not closing in too much, not going too crazy, but they are seeing if they can find an angle, and they might do that. If Beastly goes up this hill, they might be able to see him. He's quite a way out. Let's move around and see what else we've got going on in the zone. So, new zone's about to pop. What's it going to do? Oh, and it's gone hard south. That is a big shift. That pushes out a whole bunch of teams. There's no one really central in that. And teams are going to get moving very quickly, I think, here. So, AVR are going to have to move. AVR, winners of the previous game. They're going to have to move in towards SMB here unless they find a route to rotate around. Looks like they're going to do it on foot. Yeah, so they're going to come up against Shady and Unknown here. Let's see what happens. I guess they know they're there. SMB have been popping off shots at this S&D BT fight we've seen going on. There goes Krypton, by the way, dropped in the feed. Oh, it looks like Volk's going to get caught out. Yep, he is lit up nicely by these dudes. And Pax hit really hard there as well. The ambush has been sprung by SMB, and they've got Pax down as well. Oh, that was Beastly, actually, from way out. That was Beastly back up on the hill we saw from that S&D fight. Takes down Pax. CR there nicely taken down by Q1. Q1 have wiped CR. And Juicy here moving in. I thought he was going to go for a bit of a flank, but they've kind of clustered up. They've not got another angle, but not really an angle you can find unless you go right the way around the back or maybe up top. Looks like they're going to get the revive okay on Pax, but they're not in a good spot here. They're right on the edge of the zone. Look, these guys are trying to find a way round, a way up, and Juicy can get up there. You can make this work. If you can get up on top, I don't think they're going to be... They probably hear him coming. They're actually backing off now. They are running around, so he's going to hear him, but they've got to watch out. Juicy's going to get eyes on Avotix here. Not looking too good for AVR. They're in such a tight spot. It just pinned back on the edge of the zone. They're barely even in it. I don't think Avotix is in. And unless another... Or there is... Actually, looks like Team Finland. But look, Team Finland, they've taken advantage of... SMB have been distracted by this fight, and Team Finland have moved up to take an aggressive position behind them on the edge of Dino, and they might find shots onto Juicy if he stays up there. I don't think he's going to be able to stay up there for long. We've got Ethokius is moving up, and he's surely going to see him up there. A lot of movement now in the north of the zone. People coming down. We've got VE making a move. We've got Q1 and Avita. Oh, and here we go. Look, this is, yeah, as we saw, Team Finland coming in behind. Big hits on Cobra. Juicy taking big damage as well. Juicy doesn't know what side to go. And there he goes. He's dropped down away from Team Finland, but he gets caught by AVR. And the train going off just to add to the drama. There goes Ethiopius, though, taken down in turn by SMB. And they might get the revive okay on Cobra, but that does maybe give AVR a chance to find a way in. Can Avotix even get in through there? Is he going to have to climb up the whole thing? No, there is, I think, a gate. Yeah, so he is just tucked in. This is really... And Dinoland's been pushed out. It is just VE in the circle. VE are the only ones left in the zone. It's absolute carnage in Dino Park. We've also got BKG down here as well. And all of these teams now need to make their way into the play zone. Let's have a quick fly around and just see what else we've got going on. Here's RMV. They are still going strong by the look of it. Yeah, all 4 remaining for RMV. Which is nice to see. Sweeney is knocked there. It's RMV who have actually not managed to get really any good finishes over the final so far. So they're not in too bad a spot. They're going to have to get in the zone. But they've got all 4 remaining, and they've been holding a big split here. We might see Zipped caught out, actually. Oops, Sweeney's been finished off. This is a Q1, a Vita fight going on. Let's move in and watch this. This is 2 of the teams. You saw Q1 having some really good finishes on day 1 in the first couple of games. Obviously, Avita have been dropping a lot of wins and getting a lot of points. There goes Beta taken down by Gar in the end. Kayomi taking big hits. And look at this. They've got a nice nice position on them now, and it is just down to Galaxy. Looks like Q1 are going to drop. They've only got 1 remaining versus 3. Sweeney is gone. But they still have Stanners, Gargod, and Lou here. They got to watch out for Dip here. Dip is kind of chilling behind Avita, and he might find a cheap shot. One of them gets knocked. He's going to be ready to pounce and try and steal a kill there. Let's get in and watch what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to work out well for Galaxy. It's not a bad molly, but doesn't catch him. Oh, Guard's getting taken down by Deebs. That is VE catching him, and Stanners is low. If they get shots on Stanners now, he's going to drop. He is a onesies, and Lou is low as well. Looks like they're going to get the revive. Okay, and Gar, he's got himself in cover. And that is close there. I think if they got one hit on Stanners, you would have seen them go down. There's shots coming in from Rascals as well. That is tight. There's all of Rascals moving in. And Vita are on the back foot. Lou is low as well. They haven't got good position here. They're sort of desperate on the edge here. VE dominating from this compound. It's the best position to be in right now. Pretty much the only compound in the zone. There's one down that SMB have got at the back there. There's that one up on the hill. Let's swing around and see what we've got going on here. This is the Dinoland massacre going on right now. We've got RMV. Might be able to take position on this hill just about, but they've got Lake coming in behind who's dropping zipped. Then we've got Mazzelli from Team Finland at the back there. We've got AVR has somehow made their way in. They must have taken down SMB, but Avotix gets dropped just as we say that. But if we have got packs in, it's all going off underneath as well. This is RMV versus Lake. Lake are taken down. RMV have done well. They're going to get zipped back up there, so they've still got 4 going. RMV doing well this game. AVR have done well. Well, they got 2 left, Dizzy and Pax. Neuros and Paperboy here versus Cobra. Neuro's on fire. Not going to work out too well for him. And Cobra pushing in now, and there they go. S&D taken down into 6th place by SMB there. Gar just been taken down. That was VE there, dropping Gargod. Not sure if they got the finish. He's on 2nd knock, though, so he's going to go very quick if they can't get their revive. I think they are going to get it. But they are still very much on the back foot. VE are going to get pushed by the zone. There goes Marcos. That's Pizza and Paella up on the hill here. Let's just move over there and see how that fight's going. We've got Fanboy here from one of the SMB teams. And there he goes, taken down by the other SMB team by Shady. So I think Yoyas from Pizza and Paella here is now all on his own. He's the only one remaining. 3 remaining from SMB here. We've got Rascals, I think, have got all 4. Yep, Rascals have got 4 remaining, looking good. They just dropped Lou, and that is the end of Avita taken down there. They had nasty zone to work with. They've been pushed out, and VE are trying to bust out that compound. So we have remaining. We've got RMV with 4. We've got VE with 4. We've got Rascals with 4. This could be a pretty serious finish here. Dizzy's one of the only solos, I think. There goes Pizza and Paella, so that's just Dizzy left as the only solo. Oh my god, people just... What are they going to do here? Dizzy's getting lit up by RMV here. I mean, V have taken center, but they're just going to get... They're going to get pinched so badly by everybody. But they are landing shots. We've seen Foxy's dropped. RMV caught on the edge of the zone as well. But look, they're so clustered. Now, if Rascals come down behind them... Oh, look, Envy's going to... Or Mushu is maybe going to drop. So, no, he just got in zipped. Got in, but got dropped. Oh, that's going to be tight. No, zipped is gone. So, Mushu... RMV down to 2, and Envy is going to burn. He is on fire. Oh, he's going to have to run out of cover. Rascal's playing this actually more passively than I expected, and they've worked well. It's not them playing it passively. It's Rouser who's made a great position here. I thought VE were maybe bunching up too much, but they had these 3 here holding that center zone, and then Rouser here has managed to hold off all of Rascals on his own and keep them from moving down and getting shots into the top, and that's let VE deal with RMV and keep all 4 remaining, and they are looking dominant at the moment. We've got 2 teams of 4 and a 3. SMB got 3 remaining, and this looks like V are on an absolutely huge game right now. They played that so well there, keeping Rascals off. I think if Rascals maybe had clocked it as just 1, they could have moved in, and that would have been a great situation for them to take down VE and come up against SMB. Let's see what we can do. It's SMB who get moved most. These guys are in the zone. This is kind of center. There goes Cocky dropped for Rascals. You can see VE here kind of controlling the zone right now. And SMB are going to get slowly pushed in. Sawyer here holding a nice angle on SMB as we come down. Let's see what's going on. We'll drop ourselves into camera here with VE. See what they can do. Here's Deebs putting shots into Shady. And kills just popping off everywhere. Great spray there from Deebs. Look at that. SMB taken down, and it is Rascals versus VE. Reema's been dropped. He's low. Just 3 left. 7 kills on the board for V here. They've got Rascals on the back foot, though. I think there's only Foss left here. Dennis is knocked, so it's just Foss, I think, remain. No, sorry, Bob off to the right. So it's a 3v2 at the moment. And that's a devastating spray from Sawyer. 1 remaining. It's Bob, a 3v1. It's looking like a big game for VE here. Going to be a huge win for them in the leaderboards. And it is a win in game number 3 for VE. That is going to be a great haul of points for them. 9 kills. They were sitting in 10th place coming into this game with 26 points. That is going to pull them way up the leaderboard. Going to be really interesting to see what happens there. V taking the dub there with 9 kills. Rascals in second place with 6 kills there. We had SMB Knife Squad in third place with 10 kills. Good amount of kills there. It's going to do them well in the leaderboard. RMV coming in 4th. That's a decent finish for them. They've not been performing too great over these finals, so that's going to give them some confidence. AVR, the winners of last game, just coming in 5th and only 2 kills, so not a great amount of points for them compared to last time round. But yeah, an interesting one. Here we go. The final game of the day. Day 2 of the finals of PCCL. Game 4 of the day. Game 8 in total so far. So once this game is over, this is going to take us to the halfway point of the Carnage League itself. So a bunch of teams there getting out pretty early. Let me just tweak that. Here we go. We got BKG getting out, AVR. Looks like S&B are going over towards the South Island. And let's see if anyone else chooses to go over there. It's kind of a bold play, but it doesn't tend to be too busy down there. So, you know, if you're able to make your next rotation, then you can normally get a pretty good amount of loot there. But the circle can really do nasty things to you if you get unlucky. Let's see where everyone else goes. Looks like most teams going for their standard drops. We got Team Finland here heading up towards Chopsticks. We got Avita here taking their usual compound down off of the coast road. AVR sort of taking the ferry area. I think they've taken this before. BKG going out sort of Quarry Way right on the west coast. Most teams kind of out east. Kind of a fairly heavy on the eastern side here. And I think S&D will probably be trying to make their way over to Milter Power. That's what they've generally done. Yeah, and Team there we go. That is another very east zone. This is quite similar to what we saw for Game 1 of the whole tournament. Game 1, Day 1 was pretty much the exact same Zone 1, the Milter zone. So, going to be interesting to see if anyone tries to make an early change of tactic to get himself in. These guys on the west must just be kicking themselves. They haven't had any favors done to them. At least no one went up George Pole and gets caught out up there. But plenty to do for a lot of these teams. Rascals are pushing themselves up to Severny to get looted. It's way away from the zone. And poor old Foss here has just been left almost Larry Lonesome just on the edge of Yasnaya here. But I think he's going to, I guess, loot that. And he can at least tell them that this area is clear for when they move down. So let's move ourselves over and just see what areas people are going to take. I think we'll probably see. I wonder if S&D might consider trying to take small power rather than big. I mean, small power, it's such a much an easier place to hold. And obviously worked out pretty well for Q1 in Game 1 last week. But, you know, you don't know where that circle's going to go. And if it pops off to big power, then you're going to have a bad time shifting over. There's a much higher chance of it ending up in small power, though, I think, because of the nature of all the water around big power. It's more on the edge. You just don't tend to see the zone shift over there quite as much. So just underneath us here, we've got Pizza and Pierre. Here's Polnara and Doros looting up prison. They got a bit of a split going on. They've been dropping here pretty regularly over the Erangel games that we've seen so far. Obviously, this is the 4th Erangel game we've had so far. So look at this. RMV and BT here. Let's move over. It looks like these guys are thinking about having a bit of a scrap. Got a plane coming in for drop number 1. Q1 there looting. Yeah, these boys are going for it. So Q1 here over at School and Apartments. We've got C up at Roz. A couple of times we've seen Roz sitting sitting uncontested, but it has been taken now. CR have gone for that. There goes Zipped from RMV. Has been taken down by BT in the end there. So that's going to be a 4v3. And let's see what this is going to turn itself into. See who is going to be the kings of Pachinki. So as we bring it around, there goes Envy as well. Nice play here from Donnie and Co. Although RMV, oh no, they are. Yeah, it's not looking too good. Dip there, dropping, finishing off Envy. So we've just got Mushu and Foxu. They got Foxy. There goes Foxy. They got Blackie down though, and he's going to get finished off by Mushu here. He might be able to get Foxy back up. I think BT are going to push this hard. Foxy is going to have to get himself out of the way. There is going to be all sorts of things flying through that window. You go for the balcony? Yeah, he's gone for the balcony, and he's come round behind Dip and dropped him. I think he's going to get the finish. He's still in a 3v1 here. And there we go. It's taken down by Donnie and then comes back behind. Takes down Mushu. They're going to get Dip back on his feet. But they did lose Blackie in that. Not what you need to lose one early on. But they do get 4 kills from that. So that is a good amount of points. And not the worst trade in the world. But yeah, nice to get points on the board. Not so nice to lose a player early. But I don't think they'll be too unhappy with that. Getting themselves 4 kills. And they are now in charge of Pachinki. But it's not in the zone. They're going to have to loot up and get out of there. They're going to have to move off to the east. And that is what everyone else is doing. VE here, they've actually gone for that crate. Wow, it dropped so far out there. Right on the edge of the map. But Sawyer's gone and got it. He has got that. And Q1 have made a nice early move here down. They came down from apartments and school. Let's bring ourselves back over to that side of the map. That's where it's going to get interesting, I think. And let's see what everyone decides to take. It's getting busy down in Milter Town right now. S&D have got a bit of a split going on. They got a couple now in big power. Neuros is in small power. I wonder if they'll try a 2-2 split on big and small power. Feels pretty bold, but you know, if you can hold it, it's going to keep you in a good position. It was Q1 we saw dominating small power in game number 1 of week 1. And that ended up getting them the victory in the end. So I can see the temptation. Yeah, I think they're kind of holding that split at the moment. They want to have another big game. They had a good game on Sanok today, the S&D lads. If they can get another decent kill game like that, they're going to be happy. I feel like, oh no, look, Paperboy's pushing over here. Okay, this is interesting. I'm surprised Legends hasn't got over here so far. They're very spread out. They need to, I think they need to group this up as a 2-2. Legends, I guess, is still grabbing himself some loot. Yeah, he's way over there. I don't think you want to be in big power all on your own. If he can get over here, I think that might work out, you know, quite well with Pigeon Neuro holding this, Paperboy holding this compound. This is always a really popular compound in these kind of circles. If the zone keeps closing this area and it doesn't shift north, everyone is coming down into Milter. Oh my god, look, Q1 have split over these two. Good move from them. This one's still open. That's where we saw Avita hanging out in game 1 of day 1. No one's gone for it yet. But as these compounds get busy, it gets harder and harder for anyone to move in. There's going to be shots coming in from all sorts of angles. We've got AVR moving in here. They're going to come up against Q1. They're going to find out this one is busy. Yep, there they go. I think the 4 down here is still empty. Yeah, this stuff over here, still very, still uncontested. There's some good stuff to go for. And they found out that one's taken. Are they going to go up to the next one and find out that's taken? They need to peel off and maybe take one of these compounds over here. There we go. I think Dizzy is going to realize this one is empty. And they're going to be able to take control of this nice 4 over here. Plane coming over, looking pretty central. Might drop us something interesting. Looking pretty busy over on the highway. A few teams taking compounds there. Avita have gone for kind of the same as last time. Pretty much exactly the same move, actually. BT are just holding down Milter Town at the moment. And Avita are holding these 2 compounds just off the highway. A lot of teams trying to move in over the hills towards prison there. VE is still holding up Lipovka here. Rouser has moved himself south. It's a double drop in the sea. I mean, VE can get himself stacked up with level 3 gear if they want to take that boat out for a spin. And it's actually pretty quiet up there for them. They might be able to get away with that. Yeah, look, Deebs is going for it. Deebs is ready. Then VE are going to get themselves potentially 3 airdrops at the start of this game. Not sure if they'll go for the guns necessarily, but that armor could really save you. And they had a big game last game, got a big win. And if they can go into this one right at the start and going into zone 2 with 3 airdrops, it's not a terrible position to be in. Interestingly, very quiet. Look, everyone's anticipating the southeast shift here. Everyone is anticipating it going southeast. No one is over on the west side of the map here. It's very busy. Let's see what this zone does for us. It's going to get interesting. There we go. Very central this time. Very central. A little bit to the west. Big Power's pretty much pushed out of that. Small Power's still in. But the S&D guys now find themselves on the edge. All these people who are clustering around where the zone ended, game number 1, gonna have to rethink things a little bit. I mean, these still aren't terrible places to hold, but it does look like they're gonna try and move up a bit further. There's not many central compounds up here. There's a lot of dips. There's a lot of hills and areas you can try and control. S&B are in a pretty good one over here. Vita's still not in a bad spot. I think they're just going to hold that. There's not really any reason for them to try and relocate out of there. Pretty central. Gar is just moving himself over to join his teammates. Actually, didn't realize he had been out for a little journey all on his own. But he is now moving over to join up with Sweeney. So nice position for them. They've got CR just up the road, just up the highway from them. Looks like a few other teams moving in at the north here, and this is going to get bit spicy up here. We got Donnie here moving up. He's going to bump into SMB if he's not careful. And there we go. Yep, he's found him. Well, these are actually shots coming in from CR down the bottom on Donnie. Just as he was about to bump into SMB. Yeah, he has seen SMB there. So dip. They're going to have to pull left or they're going to get split from Donnie here. That's Donnie. No, Donnie's going to rotate around. Oh, God, where are they going to... There's just so few options for people to go. All of these central compounds are busy. There's not really anywhere for them to control. They're going to try and get in. Oh, Dip's going to try and get in there. Okay, he's made that. God, Donnie is really running the gauntlet here, going straight through the middle of all these teams. But I think that he is going to just about get away with it. He's still got Stanners and Lou to take a few shots from. But no, he has made that in the end to link up with the rest of BT. So elsewhere in the zone, we've got, this looks like S&D, I think. They've taken the houses over by the woodyard here. Pretty central, not a brilliant place to fight from, but it's central zone. And a few of these guys still surprisingly sitting down there. AVR sitting down there slugging out with Q1. Now looking pretty south in the circle. We've got BT down in Milter here. That's Beastly & Co. BT2 that is. Finding themselves pretty south. And VE, not sure they went for all. They cleared 2 of the crates. I'm not sure if they went for this one in the end. They might have. I think if they leave something in the crate, it will stay marked on the map still. So that might be what we're seeing there. But I'd be interested. Oh, there goes Polnara. Big scrap going on at prison here. This is Pizza and Pierre versus Team Finland. Scrapping it out around the edge of the cliffs here. And Polnara dropped. He's also pretty isolated. It's going to be, yeah, look, their bus. Doris is going back in the UAV to get the revive. And they need to do that. They've got to be careful from back behind here. This is Wheelix. Wheelix and the rest of the BKG team just down the south, down to the south here in this 4. But it doesn't look like they've got an angle on Polnara and they've got the revive. Looked like a nice knock back there on Team Finland there from Yoyas in the end. So getting pretty busy, and here we go. We're going to see this shift. Look, everyone's very central. We see what this zone's going to do for us. Is it going to be nice and got kind of northwest shift here? Interesting to see. Interesting to see. We've got a lot of teams still in there. VE are going to get pushed in, though. This is going to be tough for VE. They've been sitting out there just gathering airdrops aplenty over the last little while. But they are now going to get pulled into the play zone. A lot of the other teams seem quite busy at the moment. There is a lot of hill to work with, but there's not much in the way of compounds. And looks like BKG are moving their way in from the northeast here. Excuse the dog in the background. My apologies. So, yeah, it's going to get tough here. Everyone's trying to move in and hold these compounds. There's not really any good ones clear to go for here. They're all going to be fighting over the same spots. I have to apologize. I believe that is probably my Morrison's livery arriving an hour earlier than it was meant to. There are other supermarkets available. So big scraps going on here. Let's get ourselves over here. Looks like Rascals are having a scrap over at Shelter. We've got Rascals, BKG, and SMB all deciding that Shelter would be a good spot for them to take. And 3 full teams. I'm not sure. Are they underground? Some of them are underground. Oh, let's go down and have a look. We've got Shady and Unknown and Watty down here. Let's pop through the floor and see what's going on. Here we go. Yeah, oh, exciting. Nice. I wonder if you could get a finish above Shelter. You'd think that's maybe programmed in to not be a possibility. The boys are here. They're holding that angle underground. Let's bring it up. Not often you see 3 different teams trying to hold these 3 entrances. There you go. Look, they're scrapping with Watty here. And look, they've got Lake. Lake have just rocked up behind them here. There are 4 teams fighting over Shelter. Shelter is apparently the place to be. Here we go. Mark's been dropped by the Lake boys who have just rocked up behind them. And Lake are kind of split. Some of them are inside. They're going to have to get themselves out here. There goes Wheelix. That's a brilliant frag from Godly. Got it down into the entrance there. And Wheelix have to get himself back. That is a long way to crawl to get safety. And he cannot do it. He is dropped. He is taken down. There's just 2 left. It's a 4v2 for Lake. But I'm not sure Lake realized there's a ton of other players here. Look, there's all of Rascals. And there's still all of SMB. What else we got going in the zone, by the way? Zone is about to pop. Most other teams are still sitting pretty central. Here you go. Look, Rascals have just rocked up, bringing the fight to Lake. And they're about to find out quite how many players there are in this play zone. There goes Godly, taken down by Cocky in the end. Looks like BKG have managed to back off just a little bit. Big fight popping off here. Dennis drop, Angsar drop, Godly's down. And we've got SMB over here. I mean, SMB might use this opportunity to try and find a better position because these aren't in the zone now. And everyone else is just busy killing each other. Might be the right time to get out of here. There you go. Skochic's gone. And that is Lake dropped in the end. After they rocked up so confidently on Shelter, they have now been taken out. So let's move ourselves over here. It's the north. It's going to get very busy. We see VE here. They're coming up against SND up in the northeast. Deeps is taken down by Legends and Pidge finishes them off there. This is over by Woodyard. It's going to get really busy in this area because we've got Pizza and Pie here. We've got Team Finland coming up to scrap. We've got VE. We've got SND. It's going to get very, very busy in this area indeed. VE look like they're down to just 2 remaining. They're getting pretty... No, sorry, 1 remaining. Is that just Rouser left? It is just 1. They had such a good win last time, but just Rouser left. He's in between everybody now. Surely going to get dropped. He's got Pidge and Neuro, and then 2 other teams just down the hill here. Like Team Finland have got 2 down at the moment. Is it just Benez left? I think they might just have Benez left. So 4 remaining for Pizza and Paella. Could be their game. They've had some good performances, steady performances so far. Not managed to convert it to a victory yet, though. Yeah, Benez is getting out of there. S&D here holding some nice high ground, looking good for them. This is a nice little position. We'll just move in and see how these scraps. I can confirm the irritatingly, annoyingly early delivery man has now left. so the dog should quiet down somewhat. Apologies for any noise coming through in the background there. So, here we go. We've still got plenty of teams left. S&B tucking in the edge here. They've got Pizza and Paella just up the hill for them. 4v4, two good teams rocking up against each other. I think that's going to pop off. They are very close. I don't think they realize they're there. No, they are not aware. S&B are going to get caught out. There we go. There, the trap is going to be launched. Pizza and Paella got a nice wrap on them. Shady is right out in the open. Have they seen him? They have now. Marcos gets dropped nicely by Shady. Surely Shady's going to go no. Shady manages to hold it. There is a bit of a ridge here. But surprise, Polnara and Marcos weren't able to get the drop. Doros is on fire down here. Not how you want to spend an afternoon. Yo-Yo's here, put in some throwables in. They've got Unknown down, but Polnara's got to be careful. Cobra's got a nice angle at the back, and he gets him down. They need to get some people back on their feet pronto. They've got two down now, Marcos and Polnara. Doros is going to have to hold everyone off while Yo-Yo's gets the revives here. Yeah, Shady is moving in. They know they've got the advantage now. Oh, he's got a nice angle on Doros here. Doros is not going to hold him off for long. He is dropped. Yo-Yo's has got Marcus back up. Looks like they're going to get Polonara. But they need to spread out here. The zone's coming as well. They're going to get the revives, but yeah, here we go. There's some nice smokes coming down, but this is tough. They're really on the back foot here, and that is a big shift for them to take here. They're going to have to really, really get a lick on. Polnar is just on his feet. I think the zone's going to drop him. Oh, I hate to see it. Hate to see it. They're trying to get themselves out there, but shots coming in now. We see AVR Dizzy dropped there. Let's see what's going on up the hill behind us. Here's SND. They're holding this area here. They're not quite in the zone now, but they've held that pretty well. But they are going to come up against BT now. We got Dip down here and Donnie and co. AVR Pax there getting dropped by Gar. This is a Vita. They've just been holding these same compounds. Worked out very nicely for them. And look at this, just tons of teams fighting around here. We're going to keep the camera up here because look, we've got S&D are going to get shoved down as this fight. Team Pizza are kind of in between. Marcus is gone. It's just Yo-Yo's left. And this is the SMB versus SMB. A huge SMB fight going on. Shady's down. Fanboy's down. It's 1-for-1. And they are trading. Josie's gone and Juicy's gone. But they got lit up from behind. I think, and the S&D were putting shots in from behind there. And they are gone. And that is one of the SMB teams taken down. That was Knife Squad. SMB Knife Squad taken down. But the other SMB team remains. They only lost Josie there. Sorry, Fanboy. I think Fanboy, the kill got poached by SND up the hill here. Looks like they're going to get Josie back on their feet. And I think Pizza and Paella got wiped out in all of that as well. CR, are they all in this? Oh my god, I think CR are all inside this one Wizard's Tower down here. That is, that is a play. Look at that. Still busy in there, boys. But they still got all four remaining. It's a tight angle to hold. I think they would wish that maybe Avita would throw in one of those compounds, but just holding the Wizard's Tower for now. Looks like Avita lost one of their boys. I think Sweeney's gone, maybe. I think Gar's down on his own. No, sorry, Sweeney's moved across, actually. So Gar is not on his own there, but the other three have moved over to the other compound. Now we've got a big fight going on. Looks like SND are going to get pinched really nastily here. They're trying to fight out with BT, but SMB have turned up. Oh, it's not going to work out well for them. They got a little bit of cover, but they're just pinned back. Pigeon's been knocked. I think Neuro's reviving at the moment. But yeah, the two teams to fight here is not going to work out well for them. Although BT look like they're kind of dipping back to try and get better positions. So that does help them out. They might be able to reset a little bit, regroup. But if BT can get a nice zone here, then they're going to really gatekeep these guys really badly. Yeah, has allowed them to get pitched back up. And they're going to get all four in here. This is nice. Sweeney putting shots on CR there. Josie might get caught out here as well. He's going to get double teamed by S&D. And I think the other SMB boys have pushed right back. But Paperweight getting dropped there by Josie. Nicely taken down. Josie shot by Legends there. That was S&D. But he's also taken down. It is getting real busy. And as they step onto this hill, really exposes them to a lot of gunfire. So we've still got Neuros and Pigeon going from S&D. BT have sort of backed off, but they're holding them in. We've got Whitey, Donnie, and Dip still remaining. Let's just move around and see what else is going on in this zone. There goes CR, finished off by SMB. That was CR who'd been holding that wizard tower so valiantly. Has not worked out so well for them in the end. BT2 here, moving in the south area of the zone towards the compound that Avita are holding. They've not got any compound, but there's not so many teams left remaining now. They can maybe afford to hold an area like this. All 4 remaining for Avita, all 4 remaining for BT2. Q1 still going, had a bit of a quiet game. Well, haven't seen too much on our view from them. They have got 4 remaining. They've got a nice split here on the eastern side of the circle. But looks like Avita are going to move in and get aggressive here. Love to see it. Yeah, Gar and Sweeney are going for it. They want to get some kills on the board. They want to get some points. And let's see. Look, they move in. Beast has been dropped. They're going to try and drop. Beastie's going to go down surely. Nice done. Gar's got to watch out. These shots coming in from Q1 on the side here. Oh my god. Gar and Sweeney have just run in and absolutely done them dirty. Look, 3 down. It's just T-Bone left. That's going to be the end of BT2. Absolutely wiped out. All done by Sweeney and Gar there. Very nicely played. I can only imagine what he is currently shouting into his microphone. So nicely played. That's also cleared out the south area of the zone for them. We can move over here and see what else is going on. Q1 over on the east. We got BT, the 3 that remain from BT1, right up at the top. And then Neuro and Pigeon still going right up to the north. So certainly lots of potential still here. Q1 had some really good games over the first day particularly. And, you know, a lot of very strong players. Everyone in this lobby left now. They've all these teams have had good finishes. They've had good kill games. And we still got SMB. I didn't even see these guys. Look, sneakily down here. Pains and Dope from SMB. Just chilling on the edge of the zone, trying to get some more placement, perhaps. There goes Whitey. Look, Q1 and BT coming up against each other. This is going to work out for SMD, maybe. Oh, look, they've got SMB creeping up behind. They need to watch out for this. I don't think they think anyone's over there. Look, they're moving in to take advantage of this fight on BT, but then they're going to get pinched by SMB. If they can close this out really quickly on Dip, they might be okay, but they've got to be careful. Oh, look, Pidge is going to get caught, and he does. Yeah, Dope was waiting for him. Dope was there, and it's just Neuro left. Neuro's going to get caught in the open here as well. Oh, but Dope taken down by Stanners. Nice hit from Stanners with the SLR. Takes down Dope. It's going to be Pains versus Neuro to finish up this fight. Neuro's not looking in a good spot, though. Zone pushing him in. Pains holding that angle. Nice hits there. He's going to get pushed again down towards Q1 and BT. BT doing okay down here. If we move down, he's going for that revive there, actually. SMB. Pains trying to get Dope on his feet. BT wiping Q1. Dominant display there, taking them all down. Who have they got left remaining? I think they got 2 here, maybe 3. Yeah, they just got 2 left. Dip and Donnie still going. But Avita with 4, and they are moving into pounce. It is a 4v2, v2, v1. Well, there goes the 1. That is Neuro taken by Pains. And Avita are looking into Swarm to try and take their second win of the day. And it's looking pretty good for them. They've got such nice position on everybody here. Let's grab ourselves into player cam. There goes Dip, dropped by Sweeney. They're on 8 kills now, 4 kills for Sweeney. And they're moving around to try and finish up Donnie. And then it's just going to be the SMB boys to deal with. Lewin. There goes Donnie. Donnie taken down. It's just going to be... There you go. Pains is gone. It's just Dope left. It's a 4v1. And there he goes. Taken down. Game number 4 won by Avita in the end. Taking their second victory of the day. I think that's going to be their 4th chicken dinner over the 2 finals days we have seen so far. So there's the leaderboard from that game. We had, 9, 10, 11, 12 kills for Avita in the end. SMB coming in second place there with a few, what do they have, 5, 6, 7 kills. BT1, that is, yeah, BT1 grabbing 3rd place. S&D grabbing a respectable 4th, and Q1 coming in 5th, but just grabbing 1 kill there, so that's not going to be a ton of points for those. So here we go, the scoreboard after the last game of day number 2 of the finals. We've got Avita sitting top with 75 kills, 123 points. Their lead is now about 40 points on 2nd place. That's BT still sitting in 2nd. 4 chicken dinners for Avita there. BT in 2nd with 81 points. SMB now up in 3rd. They've pushed Avenger, AVR down 1 place. So Butcher's sitting in 57 points in 3rd place, 40 kills. AVR sitting down in 4th. Pizza Empire in 5th, just 1 point behind. VE now in 6th place with 45 points. SMB Knife Squad down in 7th on 43. Very close between these 2 teams here. Q1 sitting in 8th on 42 points. Rascals sitting in 9th on 42. CR sitting in 10th on 40. Then we got BT2 on 38 points. S&D on 34 points. Team Finland on 28 points in 13th. Then BKG, RMV, and Lake making up the rest of the 16 teams we have playing in the finals. And a quick look at the players' total kills so far. This is over the course of both final days so far. We got Sweeney, top fragger with 25, Donnie in second with 22, and Gargod in third with 19 for our top fraggers of the day.